Hello, you guys. So I just left the gym. I had something on my mind. I did some journaling this morning, and I just wanted to talk about some aha moments, some things that's been going on recently in my weight loss journey. So yesterday I went shopping with my daughter, my teen daughter. We it was time for me to buy some new clothes. I talked about in another video, and I don't think I released it yet. I'm still doing some editing, but I talked about how I was just feeling so uncomfortable in my clothing because my tops were so big. They're looking frumpy and slouchy. My bras are showing. So I decided it was just time to go shopping. And this was such an interesting experience because I had grabbed like 8 items or so, trying them on. And once I got through trying on these items, I realized I was still in my old size. I was grabbing clothes in my old size, even though I'm no longer in my old size. Before I lost 50 pounds, I was on my tops, blouses, I was a size extra large. And then when I went down, I lost like 25, 30 pounds. I went shopping and I was like in a medium large, still around there. And, but now losing the 50 pounds, I am in a size small. Like, guys, like, I never thought I'd be a size small. Actually, in fact, one of the tops that I bought is actually an extra small. And so after I had tried on all those items, I had to go back out and get the size that I am today. And the realization for me was I'm still having trouble stepping into this new identity. And I want to remind you guys that when you put in the work and you become the person first, and then the fruit comes later. Like, self-love has been such an amazing journey. And then another thing came up from was having like these worthiness issues. Like, should I be spending money on clothes? Like, is my weight going to stay the same? Am I going to be a size small for many years to come? So I had all these things inside my head just by doing a shopping trip. I go to the store and shop for things that I need. I've never in a while have gone to get clothes that are just purely for joy, just because I want to. And it's little shopping spree, a mini shopping spree. Even when like I was a size extra large, it was never fun to go shopping. It was a necessity. And now it's become fun, and I'm still hanging on to those old hangups, those old mindsets that I had in the past. And so I want to remind you guys that you have to become now, decide who you are right now, long before all the weight comes off and you reach your magic number, your magic weight goal. I had to decide that I am the type of woman that loves to eat healthy foods and put them in my body, not because of what the scale is going to say, but because I love me. I had to decide that I'm the type of fit chick that moves her body every day, daily, not because of what will show up on the scale. It's because I love me. The same with drinking water. I love to drink water. I don't care if you don't love to drink water right now. Say you love to drink water, not because what's going to happen on the scale, but because you love yourself. You love your sleep. These are self-love will move mountains. And as I was journaling this morning, I realized all these icky feelings that came up from just one shopping experience. And that's why when I say losing weight, it's not just the number on the scale. It is a journey, and there's many journeys in between, inside the journeys. So, and I don't know if I talked about this before, but so a lot of my weight, I was heavier this past decade. In my 30s, I don't know what happened. Something in my 30s, the old things I used to do, it just wasn't working. I put on so much weight. I had a divorce at when I was turned like 29, 30. And just trying to manage my new life, being a single mom with 3 kids, trying to make sure, my kids still had tutoring, still had sports, just let's learning this new life and still working 12-hour night shifts in critical care. And no shade to their father. It was just a stressful time for me. And at the end of the day, looking back, I got into a relationship that I had no business getting in, and stayed in a marriage much longer than I needed to be in. No shade. It was just chop it up as a lesson learned and just young and dumb. That's it. Okay. Well, that moving on. But during that 7 years of growth and doing new things, having new friendships, dating even, it was a learning lesson. And juggling all this, my weight just compounded, and I could not get a grip on it. I couldn't, it wouldn't fall off. even to the point where I did all the things that I used to do, and nothing was working. But finally, I have, kept this 50-pound weight loss. I'm off, and I'm so proud of myself. But I also want to talk about loving yourself. Even when, and so I am currently married, thank God. I mean, I'm married. My husband and I, we celebrated our 3-year wedding anniversary a week ago, and we're actually going out of town this weekend to the coast, just to celebrate our birthdays. But even as a child, growing up, my mother and father are still married. I didn't come from a broken household, but as a young girl, as an adolescent, as a woman, I never really seen the beauty and a husband loving his wife so purely. And to be honest, I never experienced that pure love until I got married to my husband. He's my best friend, literally. I mean, he is a provider, a protector, even if he's protecting me from, my kids. You know how kids, they know how to get their mom to do something. So my two adult sons and my teen daughter, she's totally watching me right now. Go ahead. Hang on. Yes, daughter. Can I go to work 1 to 5? 1 to 5. I need extra money. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. So she's been standing out there looking at me. That's why I had to come outside, because it's school off day. Anyway, even with my kids, my husband, lessons that I have learned to a deeper level is the healthy that boundaries are healthy, even with your children, even with your adult children, your teen children. Everybody needs boundaries. They're there to protect you. They're there to help you. That's why I cut off my eating window at 6 p.m. because I know how that affects me in the long run. Now, in the beginning, I will try to get a healthier snack after 6 p.m. But I know as time goes on, as the months go on, I know that I'm going to fall off the wagon completely and eat things that I shouldn't be eating at late at night. Because in the evening, I know myself by now that my no muscle is weak in the evening. I am going to fall off, okay, if I allow that window to be open. So I had to cut off all other decisions and decide that I was going to close my eating window at 6 p.m. So boundaries are healthy with yourself and with other people. So I just coming on here just to remind you that you can move mountains with self-love. I talk about how much I journal, and I'm having so much aha moments in this journaling process. And I actually created a digital journal. I'll leave the link in the description below. And even with that link, I'm a person that likes to write things down with pen and paper. You can print that out at home if you wanted to. So much came up from just this one shopping experience, and there's probably going to be more. And you're going to have some experiences too, some aha moments that have just been revealed to you. It isn't just about losing weight. There are so many different journeys within the journey, and self-love is so important. And if you had told me this a long time ago, I'd be like, of course I love myself. Of course I do. But the way you treat yourself is how you view yourself. And now that I do all these things to love myself, I realize that there is a deeper level of self-love. Even like friendships that I had in the past, no shade to them. Anyone who's not in my life today, anyone who had a friendship with me or a relationship with in the past, even if they're not in my life on a regular basis today, I still wish the best for them. Have the deepest love for anyone that crossed my path in my life. But my circle is really small right now. And sometimes when you're wanting to focus and self-focus on yourself, your circle does get small, and it may even stay small, and that's okay. Self-love can move mountains. All right, that's all for now. I got to go inside and eat some protein. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.